So we are on a date. So Laura decided that she wanted to go to a date farm. And I'm kind of going, a date farm? Really?
A date farm. I've never been to a date farm.
But we're married.
It's dates, you know, the little fruit.
Whoever would have thought that there was a date farm?
I've never been on a date farm, so who knew?
But what does it look like that's behind us here? Palm trees.
These are palm trees.
Right.
And there's so much more to a pretty palm tree. So we've learned today.
Yeah. And so we went on a tour of this date farm, and it was amazing.
We learned so much on how the trees pollinate, and there's male and female trees.
Yeah.
And how they grow the dates and how they harvest the plants so it optimizes the best growth for them.
And the male tree can produce a male offspring, which grows out from the base.
And then a female tree can produce both male offspring and female offspring.
Yeah. And so they come around every so often, and they will trim off those
new growth.
Well, it's not really it's kind of like an offspring. Mm-hmm. And then they usually will put them into these large buckets like you see at the nurseries, and then they say in about 2 years is a good time to go ahead and transplant them. Yep. But it was just so interesting to understand about the male tree and the pollen it produces, and they don't rely on bees. Down here, there's just they can't do that.
They use bazooka guns.
Bazooka guns. So they take this pollen, and here's some different pictures of all of this. That they take this pollen that comes off the male tree, and eventually they put it into like aluminum containers, and eventually they take that pollen, and then at the right time, they're out there in these lifts. And they're shooting, as you can see in this short little clip here, they're shooting that pollen up into the female trees to pollinate to get the dates growing.
Is that like artificial?
Yeah, so, and then what else did we see? They were showing us a bunch of other stuff. Oh, so the long stems on the palm trees have stickers on them, and they go through and they use a knife and they trim all of those off so that when the workers are up there doing different things that they don't get hurt. Now guys, this is 104 acres.
148.
148 acres. Can you imagine how much time it takes and how many of these trees that are out there? It's just amazing. The soil is very sandy. And then, also, they will put these bags as the dates are starting to grow. And here's some more pictures showing you some up close ones. But they literally will put these bags that are like out of cotton, and they'll put them over the dates so that, you know, birds don't get them, and it helps hold the moisture in and whatnot. Yeah. So, what else?
Oh. The thorns that are on the trees that they've cut off and they harvest off, it's also to protect the little pod envelope that starts the flower. Because there's first a little pod that is grown, and then that pod opens up. Well, the thorns will open up that pod too soon, and they don't want that to happen. They want to open it up at the right time. So they trim all of those thorns so that the pod stays closed until the right time to harvest it. And then they open it up for the flowers, which then become the dates. We learned so much.
Well, here is some additional pictures that we took in of the actual, process of when the tree begins to get the fruit on it, the dates, and then how it continues to grow up to the point of then when it's actually harvest. And here's some pictures of their area of what they actually do with workers going through and picking out the dates and packaging them. And then, hey, we got to have a date shake.
It was really good.
What would you say that it tastes like?
It kind of tasted like caramel, like a caramel shake. It was really good.
It was.
It was.
It was pretty
Yeah,
cool.
I was surprised. I didn't ever think, a date shake, what that would taste like, but it was good.
I mean, I don't know. How many of you out there have dates all the time? I mean, I kind of like looks like a prune to me, but
Yeah.
but the different ways though that they can use the dates for different products.
Yeah, and for baking and so forth. They also said that Australia was the biggest consumer of dates. So just interesting facts that we learned along the way. It's so cool to learn these new things as we RV around the country and see different things around the country. This is very, very unique because this farm here is very rare because most of the date farms are in Mexico or the Middle East, like the Mediterranean area. But there's 2 farms here in Yuma that have these dates. Our first date shake.
And these dates are called Medjool dates, and that's what this one is. And then Laura
this is just
got variety pack.
variety pack, which is chocolate covered dates.
As always, we hope you have enjoyed this video and the tour of Date Farm. And be sure to subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell.
And be sure to like our channel. It helps our channel grow.
And we'll see you on our next unique tour of who knows, some type of farm.
Who knows? It could be something else.
I know it's dumb, I still check my phone 'cause I can't move on. Whoa.